everyone, and thanks for the opportunity to speak with you today and share a little bit about myself, about customer success, and about Sisense. So I am Gali, and I am the Chief Customer Officer at Sisense. I am married to Yaniv, who is also coming from the high-tech world, who is a founder and a CEO of a company. We have 3 beautiful kids, Libby, who is 14 years old, Oad, who is 11, and Noi, 5 years old. Throughout my career, I worked in different high-tech companies, always in roles of partners, customers, and business technological roles. Currently, I work for Sisense as the Chief Customer Officer. What it means is that I own the revenue, the entire revenue of the company, which is over 140 million in ARR. And I manage over 200 employees globally in complex environment and complex integrations, as this is our product, which I will elaborate in a few slides. So I'll start with our mission. And this mission was built exactly 7 years ago when I joined Sisense. And I think what I like about this mission, that although it's kind of old, 7 years ago, it's very relevant also for today. That's the beauty about mission. And the mission is partner to delight our customer while maximizing their value and success, helping them achieve strong ongoing ROI. What does it mean? Partner to delight mean the way we believe that we should approach our customers is in partnership manner. It means that we strive to achieve win-win collaboration. The way we do it is we try to delight them and make sure that we both success together. The value and the success is also crucial. Why it's crucial? Because the way to get value is to first drive adoption. Make sure that our customers use our product. That's when they get value. That's when they want to renew and even grow with us. So a little bit about Sisense customers. So we have over 200 customers globally spread. Obviously, majority are in the US, but definitely globally, as we have different branches around the globe, whether it is in Japan, in Australia, in Singapore, in different countries in Europe, Israel, and so on. Our average deal size is $60K yearly. And our sweet spot, as I call it, our best customers is those that are strategic, meaning that we are going up market to more larger customers and customers that use us in an integrated way, in an embedded way. Our best buyer is the CPO, the Chief Product Officer company, where they want strategically to add an analytics platform to their offering. That's what Sisense is doing. We are an infusion analytics everywhere. It means that we want to be part of a product and be the embedded analytics layer on that product. We have 3 main layers of our customers. Tier 1, as we call it, the strategic customers. That's our most important customers. That's where we put most of our focus. These customers are paying us the highest, over 100K. And obviously, the resources that we assign are higher, meaning that, for example, a CSM will maintain or own lower amount of customers under the strategic tier versus the other tiers. So the other 2 tiers are the corp tier, the middle tier, and the third tier, as we call it, the SMB tier, is the low touch. It's those customers that are paying us less and usually are less complex. But the moment a deal is signed, we, customer success, take ownership on the account and full responsibility. That's where we immediately send a welcome email to our customers, explain them about the upcoming journey that they will go through. That's where we start the kickoff process, and right after that, we start the onboarding process. The onboarding process at Sisense is a pretty long one because it's it's about integrating and embedding our product into another product, usually on average it will take between 4 to 6 months. We make sure that on top of the license, we add to the deal a service layer. So we add an onboarding package to this phase to make sure that we take hand in hand our customer and ensure their success. So typically, as I mentioned, after 4 to 6 months, they will start seeing the first value. That's where we expect them to go live, to be in production with the first use case, embedding Sisense into their product. But as I mentioned on our mission, it has to be an ongoing value. So even if now they are happy, they see value, they adopt Sisense, the end-in-end holding of our customers will continue throughout the entire journey and even for years. So on the main phase, post-onboarding, we will make sure to build with them the next use case and make sure that they use Sisense in even more advanced ways. Throughout this journey, there are two typical milestones that I would like you to be aware of. First one is the CSAT. CSAT, Customer Satisfaction Survey, is being sent automatically to our customers after 3 months, after 9 months. We make sure it will be totally automatic and objective. And in critical timeline, 3 months, that's the time where we expect them to be in the middle of the integrations of the first phase. 9 months, right towards the renewal point. So we want to make sure that they are indeed happy and are planning to renew with us. Second milestone I would like to share with you is the EBR, Executive Business Review. We make sure to meet with our customers at least twice a year, usually after 6 months and towards the end of the year. And EBR is a strategic milestone. EBR is when we want to stop the day-to-day work, invite the exec level from both sides, from Sisense and from the customer end, and make sure that we talk strategically about the partnership. That's the point where we ask how we are doing against the success plan that we defined at the beginning of the journey. Do we meet our joint goals? How do we want to elaborate and enhance the partnership? What do we want to change? What is not working well that we can change together? That's one of the critical points of being a strategic partnership with our customers. When I spoke with Edith and we thought, okay, who is the target audience I'm speaking to? And I realized that it's for probably more less mature companies who are building their customer success function. I thought, okay, what tips? What are the 4 tips that I can give them that can help them once they start thinking and strategizing about their CS journey? So here are my tips. The first one, whatever you're seeing now at Sisense, which looks like, I hope that you see it as mature, it takes time. It was not built in one day. And in fact, we defined for each of our quarters, yearly and so on, we defined targets and goals that we want to achieve. It took some time. But the tips I would like to give you is first about the people. It's all about the people. If there's one thing I will never compromise on, is about the people. The second one is about the infrastructure. As mentioned, it was not built in one day. It takes time, but I will say the infrastructure is something important to start and building right from the first phases of your CS organization. My third tip is about you cannot manage what you cannot measure. We've heard about that sentence for many years, but this is true. You need to measure what is important for you. So although I'm Sisense, I'm not trying to sell you Sisense BI. I will say you need a BI tool. You need a way to measure what is important for you. Me, I have dashboard of so many things, and the key things for me is about the churn, the satisfaction, and the growth. For my leaders reporting to me, it's going to be more specific dashboards, but they measure what can lead them to success. I truly believe in that and encourage you to do so. My fourth tip is about focus. As I mentioned, nothing was built in one day. It takes time. And in order to build everything and be successful, you need to focus. So at the beginning, you want to do everything, but you cannot do everything. So the first challenge is to say what you are not focusing right now, what you are giving up at this point, and you will get to it in a quarter or two or in a year. Then, on the things you want to focus, define 3, 4 KPIs, the main one that will measure your focus. Define the 3, 4 programs that you will focus on this quarter, and you want to achieve them. This, when you're focused in this focus mindset, I believe you will be successful. At the beginning for us, it was the CSAT, the customer training, the customer journey, the onboarding. It took time, but every time we defined the most important project, 3, 4 projects, and we execute them. That's how we built what we achieved. So another topic I do want to elaborate a little bit more is about the CSM compensation plan. This one, again, is I've shown you a full-blown organization chart of CS. Now I'm only referring to the CSM, the business unit of CS. So we have, as I mentioned, always up to 3 to 4 KPIs. So the 3 and 4 KPIs of CSM today for Sisense is the first one, and the main one is the net renewal. 65% of the CSM comp plan is about measuring the renewal and the growth of our customers, which today, for companies who are looking to IPO, this seems to be the second most important KPI after growth. So you'd better focus on that if you're a growing company. Second one, CSAT. I think I've discussed that in length. So we measure CSAT. This specific one is not only on customer success, but the entire management. So think about VP R&D who is measured on CSAT. It means there is higher chances for me to collaborate with that person. The third bucket of our compensation plan is what we call as adoption and proactiveness KPIs. These are focus areas that we would like our CSM to focus on. So for example, the past year, we've introduced a new KPIs called early renewal. We realized that the early we secure a renewal, the earlier we flag the risk, the earlier we can control our destiny and improve our churn numbers. So we defined a very strict KPIs, which means that if now we are on Q1, at January 1st of Q1, 60% of that quarter was already closed won or closed lost in Q4. It means that we are very proactive and we start everything early. So if you can look at this chart, you can see the impact of defining these KPIs as part of our CSM comp plan. Look at the jump of how much more we secured renewals earlier. And it's not only just the early renewal, the overall churn numbers were highly improved thanks to that measurement. We also have SPIFs for our customers, for our CSM. So we define it on a quarterly basis, and we always define between 5 to 6 SPIFs. These are the focus area of our CSM. I will go into our specific, but I will say that it's always where we want them to be focused on. One thing I do want to mention, again, correlating to what I mentioned earlier, Rome was not built in one day. Same here. We had an evolution of our CSM comp plan. So at the beginning, several years ago, we did not start with the KPIs I've shown you earlier. We started just with focusing on the gross churn. And CSQL was customer sales qualified lead, was something that we just wanted to have a first mindset around growth, but we wanted our CSM back then to focus just on securing renewals. So that was the main KPIs. And the CSQL was just a point, a preliminary lead to our sales. Then we changed that and we add two goals about growth churn in dollars and upsells in dollars. Then the third evolution was what I just described. A little bit more about the collaborations, because I know that there is always a debate, the R&R between the CSM and the sales. What I believe in and what we are doing at Sisense is CSM owns the relationship with the customers. It means that the CSM owns a successful adoption of Sisense for the customer. It also means that the CSMs need to build strong relationship with a champion, up to a level where he can speak with a champion to have a discussion about how we can grow together. Give me some leads of other units that we can grow and penetrate with Sisense. Going to the AE, to the sales, I expect the sales side of things to take these leads and turn them into a real opportunity, close-won opportunities. I also expect the sales to be the hunter within existing customers. So areas where I don't have a CSM end relationship, I expect the AE to go and hunt and find new champions, new execs that can potentially work with Sisense. These can be upsell opportunities. I think this is it. I hope I was able to provide you some kind of value, and I do want to wish you tons of luck as you start your CS journey. Thank you.